Hello everyone, Man Overview with you, and this is a new Revit tutorials. Please like this video if you do, and share to your friends and subscribe because I will make more and more and more videos from zero to hero level for free. And let's start. I will continue talking about these modifying tools, and you can find them into a modify tab, and you can find them like so. But I just drag it from here to here because I use it common used, so I prefer it to be here and bring it out. And I talked later about in previous videos about all of these tools, and I will leave the two videos that I talked in it about all of these tools in the description. You can check it. And now I will talk about the rest of these tools, and this is called array and scale tool. But before I started, I will put here some objects to can apply these tools to it. And for that, I will prefer to just create a wall. So I will he asking about saving wall, and here I will use the rectangle one and make a rectangle like that, and I will make another one here. First I want to use array command. So if I just click array, then he asks me to select my objects and hit spacebar or click enter. Then you can first toggle in between these two options. You can make a linear array or you can make a radial array. First, I will talk about linear array. In linear array, you can start put the second one, the second object, then Revit will continue the rest of your number you put here. And to understand that, you have to know that this object is the original one. And now I will make array. Array mean that I will make multiple copies, but in one type, in one time. You can make it by copy tool, but uh, here is easier than copy. So you will create first your second object, then Revit will repeat them, or you can, if you toggle to or choose the last one, you will create first the last one, then Revit will create these objects in between. So I will start by second and number of two. So I will make a copy from here to here, and you will find that it's only two. That's because I just defined here two, but I still can define it or change it from two to three. Hit enter, and you will find that the array tool make three copies of it. You can make it 4, 5, whatever the number you want. And if you hit modify and just click it again, you will find that number bring up again, so you can change it more and more times or multiple times. And sorry about my accent again. I will array this object, but now I will use the last options. So if I just click last and leave it as 2, and I will make it away and just finish it. So you will find now this is the original one, and I create the last one. And if you change the number, you actually make Revit create these objects, the last object of the rest objects of your desired number in between them. So it will be 3 or 4 and Revit will make it easily. Now I will talk about something. Now if I just bring the cursor to any object, you will find there are a dashed line, or there is a dashed line uh, around my object. Here is the same, here is the same, here is the same. What does it mean? That means that these are copies from uh, one thing, one object, and all of these copies are grouped together and associated. If I just click here and move it away, that you will notice that my movement of these objects affect the other object. That's because they are grouped together, and you can put it whatever you uh, you want. You can do the same here. You can change the distance in between this and the other, and it will affect the other objects. You can make it like so as you uh, need. If I just click here and I want now to change the the shape or the distance of that walls, the best thing in array, or the advantages of the array tools, that if you just change one object, you will find all of these copies are changed, and that doesn't happen in copy tool. So this is a big advantage for the array tools than the copy tools. So if I just click here and edit the group, you will find that I can now edit that object. I can maybe bring it like so. When I just click finish, you can notice all of these objects. All of these objects are changed like the change I do. That's because all of these objects have that dashed line, and that means all of these are grouped together and associated together. If I just want to bring it again in group, and just click here and just make it small like this and just click finish, and I will find that all of these are changed. But now if I want to change one but not affect the other one, I can break that group by ungroup. Let's imagine that I want to change that object, so I just click ungroup and click anyway. Now if I just bring the cursor near the object, you will find the dashed line. Here is the dashed line, here is the dashed line, but here is no dashed line. If I just click here, modify, now this object is an individual. If I just undo it, and if I just click here and delete, I can even delete all of that object. But when I ungroup one element, you will find that you lose the group, but not the associated of it. So now I can't change the number anyway. That's why. That's because I break the group and make ungroup. But you still find the dashed line. That means that if you just click here and edit group, so if I just click here and finish, you will find that it change is affect the other objects. So when I ungroup one element, you will find that you lose the advantage of changing the number of the group, and you can lose also the advantage of grouping this together. That means if you I now just bring it like so, and that's here and that's here. If you remember, if I just move it, you will find that the effect of it. So that's a big difference. But still, that there are relation between it, that if I just edit any element, it will affect the other one, and all of the dashed objects will be affected. If just edit group, if I just click it here, click finished, all of these affect. If I just click and ungroup, so I can delete this and leave these objects associated together. And if I just change one by editing, not moving, it will affect the other one. So I think you now understand what I mean. I will delete this and talk here. Here is if you just click 5, you change the number, but you change the number in between the original one and the copy you made. So if I just click 6, if I make 7, if I just 9, it will be overlapped, so it will warning me. So I can control Z for undo, or undo from here. And you can make the same. You can edit, so it will change. You can ungroup, so you just break that line, and you can delete that element. And if you just, you can make it away, move it away from each one, but it's also still, you can edit them. And you can also add or remove, or if you have another element, you can add to them, to that element, or remove something and finish. You find that you've lose that elements from that part of the elements from that element. So you can also delete that. If I want to talk about the radial one, so first I will delete all of these walls. Or let's leave the radial one for another video. And take care. Bye bye.